how do you, one, break into the industry, right? Like there's all this hype about tech this and, tech talent. And it's like, well, shoot, if I don't even know anything about tech, how do I even go from 0 to 1? All right, cool. This is how you do that, right? This is the roadmap. This is the people you need to network with. It's all about networking, and it's all about, really, really honing your skills, just like anything that you want to be great at, right?
I'm not just a person who I can see talent, but I also do research. I watch character. And so over a period of time, I've been watching you grow. You came to Atlanta, you had a mission.
Facts.
And so, it's an honor a lot of times for me to just know enough people that I can make a phone call and have somebody come sit down and have a conversation, man. But, I would love for you to just give a nice soft introduction, a nice soft introduction of who you are and, some of the things you're working on, and then we'll jump into it.
For sure. Yeah, man, I always love these conversations because I don't even know if you realize they serve as like checkpoints. Like, dang, all right, what I got to talk about this time. But I'm Ayodele Duyile, a technical product manager at Google over here in Atlanta. I've been in the Atlanta area going on 3 years now as well too. Started originally with Microsoft, also the co-founder of a tech organization called Techsgiving, which is focused on career mobility for underrepresented talent, for people who are looking to break into tech, for people who are leveling up their career, and people who are ultimately looking for that community that they can connect with when they don't feel like when they don't feel like they belong in the space.
Everything good, brother? Man, behind the scenes is great when
you'd love to hear that.
When we can just influence people that's working on the set.
Yeah.
That go to Techsgiving. Think about that.
Man.
What is tech mobility?
Tech mobility is, man, it's just how do you one, break into the industry, right? Like there's all this hype about tech this and, tech talent. And it's like, well, shoot, if I don't even know anything about tech, how do I even go from 0 to 1? All right, cool. This is how you do that, right? This is the roadmap. This is the people you need to network with. It's all about networking, and it's all about, really, really honing your skills, just like anything that you want to be great at, right? It's the people that you surround yourself with, and it's the amount of work that you put in towards it every day. But then even going beyond that, it's like, how do you stay sharp and how do you level up, right? How do you become a tech founder? Or how do you become a senior professional at a tech company? That's what we really want to build, right? We don't want people to just break in and coast. We want people to break in and really break down walls, so that way the next generation can see like, this person is a CEO, this person's a senior leader, and this person's a founder, and I can be like that person as well.
Okay. So you're educating, you're also applying skill sets that are outside of technical skills.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think one of the things that I think needs to happen a lot of times is, we need to understand about networking. Yep. I'm taking my network and introducing them to themselves, one of the top 100 people in this up and coming ecosystem being built in Atlanta. And a lot of times people would say, you're a filmmaker, you're a content creator. And I'm like, I'm a networker.
Yeah, sure.
And if I think about I was one of the first people I want you to talk a little bit about, meeting me.
Yeah. And I think it was definitely had to shout out to the gathering spot, right? Like that was one of the first things I knew, like, all right, I gotta get out to Atlanta, join the gathering spot. I think we just came across each other, and I want to say shout out to Code House, shout out to Ernest. And I think, we had a mutual there because obviously he's with Google as well too. It's like, y'all should connect, so on and so forth. And I think you just looked me up or something. It's like, no, we got to talk. And I was like, say less, and that talk was deeper than just a talk. It was more like, I'm going to connect you with this guy. Like, this is a guy you need to know, and so on and so forth. And it built relationships, obviously, between us, but it built relationships with people who, enabled my organization to move and shake, which we'll talk about as well there too.
And it's so interesting when I was interviewing Darrell Booker, and the reason why I invited you because I felt like if it's two brothers that's working, you know, you're a technical leader, and this brother is a corporate leader. You guys need to know each other, and to this day, to know that you and Darrell is rocking, you know, and I mean, I can't. If I text him, he gonna respond. If I call him, he gonna respond. I was on the call talking to him like day before yesterday, and Jay Bailey was walking in to the Russell Center, and he like, yeah, man, I owe Jay Bailey a call. And I said, hey, Jay. And Jay came over to the car, and they was talking. And those small connections, man, that connectivity is a powerful thing. You know, what have you learned, man, running a nonprofit?
Yeah, I mean, well, one, I learned that it is, you know, it's not easy, right? And, you know, that's what kind of gave us the inspiration, you know, behind having a for-profit arm and a nonprofit arm as well, too. But at the same time of running a nonprofit, you realize, like, the similarities it is to running a business, you know, to running a for-profit business as well, too, right? Having your value proposition, you know, being able to provide solutions to your customers as well too for the problems that they're looking to find that they have as well too, right? You know, getting the grants is, you know, probably the same due diligence you got to do to raise funding for you know, a startup as well too. Grants and partnerships, right? A lot of Techsgiving is actually funded from our corporate partners like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, TikTok, so on and so forth. And it's like, you got to put together a case as to why they're going to get a return on their investment, putting their money into you, right? Like, it's going to be more brand awareness. Is it the impact factor? Are they going to be able to hire from the community, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, Techsgiving is a very unique organization because our model is, it's obviously social impact focused, but we really trying to get people to get to the bag too. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's like, for somebody who wants to come in and, you know, who wants to work with us, it's like, you know, it's not charity, quote unquote. It's really like, yo, we're going to give you some value, you know, like, you come and work with us, we're going to provide some value to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to give us a check and, you know, walk away. Nah, we want you to see some value for us so that way you can have a continued partnership as well too.
I love the swag and I need some. And it's so interesting because when I first saw it, you know, I felt like it was the tech Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like Techsgiving. Yeah. So I was like, is this the Tex Thanksgiving?
But that's really, I mean, so really that's how it came about, right? My birthday is on November 24th. It always falls either on Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving. And, you know, we were in DC and I was just like, man, I'm just trying to do something to network across my peers. I ain't know nobody in the tech space. And I was like, let's do it so we could, when we network, we could pay it forward, right? Like, we gonna come together, but we all gonna come together for a purpose. And that's really what's been like the beacon ever since as well too. So hence the name Techsgiving. We came together on, I think, the Thursday before Thanksgiving of 2018. And, you know, from there, it's just like, we've just been rocking ever since. Man.
So are you a native of DC or what's your origin?
So origin, my parents are from Nigeria. So I rock Nigeria. Shout out to Yoruba, Lagos, all that, on those states specifically. But born and raised, I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland, which is right outside of DC. Okay. What was it like growing up in,
you know, that's in our eyes from the South when we hear Prince George, like it's an elite Black environment. Is, you know, what was your upbringing?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, you know, the Nigerian comes in first before anything. The culture. So for me, it was just heavy culture in terms of like big Nigerian family, you know, hella cousins, hundreds of cousins, you know, but at the same time, like growing up, it was very, very diverse, right? Like I grew up around pretty much all Black people, you know, like, so it's beautiful being in Atlanta because it's like, this kind of mimics that, you know, or what it once was as well too. So I grew up around all Black and Latinx people. Hence why what we built with Techsgiving is for Black and Latinx people as well too.
You know, I've been to Ghana, Togo, Lagos, and Abuja. You know, I got my buddy Basket Mouth here, a comedian, you know, out of Nigeria, and I stayed in Africa for 6 months, man. I'm on my way back. Okay. It was some years ago. I stayed out there for 6 months, and I was living off the ground, living in Kumasi, Cape Coast, all over Africa. You know, on the ground myself, on the trotro.
Hey,
like literally.
You was really in Ghana with
yeah, I was on the tro-tro for real. Like, and I used to tell them, man, I know y'all call me Black American, man, but I'm African too, man. Don't overcharge me. I'm on the tro-tro. They were like, you on the tro-tro? I'm like, yeah.
We all are, man.
Yeah, man.
And even with Techsgiving, like, we always make sure that we do a service project back to West Africa. We just were in Ghana. And shout out to Darrell. He donated the laptops that we, brought to Ghana and donated it to Libraries Without Walls, which is a place where students can come to get resources out there in Ghana as well too. So again, that network effect, full circle. Darrell put up the fourth quarter right, literally as we about to fly out to Ghana. He like, I got these laptops I need to give to y'all real quick so y'all can bring them out there as well too. So we donated those. We always do a service project every year in West Africa to make sure we pay it forward.
Man, make sure next time you got a little budget to take Von Zell with you with the cameras, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we can record that, man. That'd be great for your legacy because you're a native of Africa, and we need to see that you took your corporate experience and started to give back. Man, what you working on right now?
So right now, what's exciting with Techsgiving and what we're doing specifically for the city of Atlanta, it's like everything's coming full circle, right? As somebody who moved out here from Silicon Valley, right? And all these big companies out here now, Microsoft, Google, so on and so forth. And a lot of the talent that you're seeing that work at these companies, while they may be diverse, is arguable. They aren't natives of Atlanta. So we're working with the city of Atlanta to upskill people who are born and raised from Atlanta to actually land these technical roles as well too, to get high paying jobs. So that is something that's fresh off the press. I'm excited to speak about that. We're doing it in partnership with Google and Microsoft as well too. And there's going to be more information to come about that. So I'm excited to be working with the city of Atlanta.
Oh man, that's, I think that we're in a unique position right now because we are at the building of these bridges. Mm-hmm. And these bridges will define these relationships where it's a highway to a new Atlanta. I think what I'm seeing when we talk about technology advances, but it also it can leave some people behind. But what I've found more than anywhere in any city I traveled, I'm in 7 cities at once almost. That's how much I travel. But what I see in Atlanta, most people have a social impact experience connected to what they're doing.
Yes.
It's not one person that you can't, if they're in corporate or if they're doing something, they got a side hustle or they got something that they care about or they got a nonprofit. So I really feel like this will be a city that will, as it grows, it'll bring people up with it, man. So, I'm excited to hear, all that you're doing. How you think we can help you?
Man, I think for us is just making sure that more people know about what we're doing. So amplification always helps, right? Connections, more connections in terms of the people who can amplify our work, right? We need the big heavyweights who are out here in Atlanta, the corporate entities to know, hey, this is what we got going on. This is how we can partner with them as well too. And, at the end of the day, coming to community events. We do a lot of events. We talked a lot about the business and the results of what happens when we work, but we have fun too, and that's the thing that goes with networking, right? It's easier to do a deal with somebody that you have fun with, that you crack a smile with, drink with, so on and so forth. We do a lot of networking events as well too. So support the events and just amplify the work.
This is a challenging seat. I put people in the hot seat. I either think about what can I say, because this is candid, to put them in the hot seat. But I think for you, man, I kind of look at you like a superhero, bro. I would see you coming into the gathering spot, sweating, dripping from fitness at 7 a.m. to pick up. And I said, where you coming from? Oh, man, I'm coming from the gym. I say, man, when you work out, I want to work out with you. You say you work out every day. I was like, this brother was in the zone. You working out every day? I said, every day? No, every day. And I would see you come in every day. Where you think you got that discipline from?
Man, yeah, I think that's definitely from my parents, definitely my mom, my pops, man. Nigerians, hardworking people, man. And just, you get out what you put in, right? Like they always told you hard work pays off, don't take no shortcuts, things of that nature. And also, my favorite athlete of all time is Kobe Bryant, right?
Okay.
So, that Mamba mentality is like, when you talk about favorite, like that's my guy. So it's like that Mamba mentality, like work hard, no excuses, keep pushing, right? Like you could dig deep. That's where that came in. So from the family, and then just, my athlete aspirations of being Kobe Bryant.
So my hot seat for you, man, is that I got to challenge you to step forth and hold your head higher and proclaim that discipline and proclaim, that leadership and proclaim, what your people taught you, your parents taught you, because you're a 29-year-old Black man working for Google, used to work for Microsoft and running a successful nonprofit. That's incomparable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I need to see more of you. I need to, I can help you with PR. I could help you with some stuff to celebrate you a little bit more, man. But I want you to celebrate yourself a little bit more. I want you to celebrate yourself a little more, because I feel like you can work, but at some point you got to pat yourself on the back and see that the fruits to your labor, the seeds are now, they've grown, and in there in certain seasons, there's a harvest season. And if you're not with harvesting, it's a different type of work. It's still work, but it's a different type of work. And I want to see a little bit more of you. And I got an idea. I give away a lot of ideas for free because I'm the type of person that, I'm a genius. Like I come from the hood. I'm 300 books read.
Okay.
Over that, but I know personally that I own 300 books that I don't read. And a lot of times they, I didn't graduate from college, but I had a brilliant mom who made me read, who paid me to read. And she, even though I was caught up in the streets, she would copy Proverbs, because I wouldn't read the whole Bible. She'll copy in a copy machine Proverbs and put it in my bag, the same bag that I had some illegal stuff in. I would get to where I was going and Proverbs would be copied in there, and I would be up all night reading Proverbs. She was trying to teach me about life when she couldn't really get through to me. And so I feel like, I'm a part of the problem. So now I got to be a part of the solution. When I was a part of the problem at 17, 18, 19, now I'm a part of the solution. So for you, I want to challenge you to help people like us, man. Right now, I think anxiety is at all-time high. Stress is at all-time high. Self-care is something that we need. You're an athlete. You're a person who thinks like the mamba. I want to see the Techsgiving 5K. I want to see the Techsgiving 5K marathon.
We could make that happen.
And I want to see it put together right here in the city of Atlanta.
We right next to the belt line. We gonna have it going right around. The belt line gonna be in a circle.
I want to see it right here, and I want to be a part of it. I want to challenge you to think like that. I want to challenge you to think big, to think about things that you could do for us. It could be 30 of us running. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It ain't got to be now where they block all the streets off. I mean, and we galvanize that leadership of balance, because you are working on all these levels. How can we help you?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said, it's the amplification and just
personally though.
Personally, man, I'm thankful, bro. To be honest, man, like I'm the type of dude, like you said, like super humble dude, super just always the next thing. You already know. So it's like, honestly, it's just taking it in myself, man. Okay. I gotta help myself and just take, force me to smell my, the smell the flowers while I'm awake.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
In closing, man, I like to challenge us all to have our pitch ready. So I want you to give us your Techsgiving pitch, and then give us your corporate personal pitch. Okay.
I mean, the corporate personal pitch is straightforward. So I'm Ayodele Duyile. I'm a senior technical product manager at Google. As you know, right now, tech is looking rocky, but at the end of the day, I'm always here to help people who are looking to break into the Googles and the whatever companies of the world. So if you ever need some help, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. with my name right there, Ayodele Duyile. As for Techsgiving, man, Techsgiving is focused on being the biggest community for career mobility at all ages, right? We are an organization that's focused on lifting as you climb. So as you level up, we want you to see you to pay it forward as well there too. So if you're somebody who's interested in leveling up while paying it forward to your community, come connect with us as well. So Techsgiving.org on website and Techsgiving on all socials and platforms, man.
Great stuff, brother.
Appreciate
Great
you,
stuff, family.
Yes, sir.
You know
yes,
what?
Sir.
And I want to see, a personal, Techsgiving boot camp for me or something, man. I can't have you walking around with your shirt off, man. You know what I'm saying? And we are at the summertime at the pool and you got your shirt off and I can't take my shirt off, bro. Invite me to a workout or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love what you're doing, man. I appreciate you for pulling up, man. This is my network, Visionary Filmmaker Unveil. I'm working on the Visionary 100.
Yeah. That's big.
Founders, technologists.
I got to stop you right there because just how you gave my flowers, I got to give your flowers, man. This dude is a connector. Like I moved from San Francisco to Atlanta a couple years ago, met this dude, one of the first people, he started connecting me with all these people. He didn't even realize he was doing it. So I appreciate you for that. And like you said, he got the big vision as well too. So we love what you're doing. We appreciate you, man. So
thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I just want to bring my network to a table because I feel like a lot of times we don't know each other. And when we don't really get to know each other, conversation rule the nation. And if we can build a lot of tables that we all can go from table to table and we know each other, then there won't be as many mishaps. I've been a strong component on positivity. I've been a strong component on being a motivator. I got a summit coming up, man. I can't reveal, man. It's called Reset, though. Reset. And man, I'm a grateful person, man. I'm a Cancer. My birthday was just last week. It's Cancer season, man. I feel good, and I just wanted to, bring some of my family. These my guys right here. This is one of my guys. I call them regularly. I don't hit the gym with him. You don't really want to get in the gym with him, but I'm gonna get back in there with him. You just got to understand that I'm 48. You know what I'm saying? Like this brother here is 29. So I love this guy, man. It's a good dude. Everything he's doing, everything he's saying is authentic. That's why I say I got a network of 5,000 people that's in my phone, 5,000 in my phone, and I'm narrowing it down to this Visionary 100, man. We just checking in, man. We right here in the center of technology, right here at the center of technology, right here in Atlanta right now, man. Visionary Filmmaker, man. We checking out. Salute. In last words and last closing, I'd like to have a thought for the day. My thought for the day is clarity. Clarity is something that I feel like I need to be able to focus. And I think I got to work on some meditation, get headspace on. I got headspace. I got to use it more. I think that I got to do a little bit more meditation. What's your thought for the day?
Man, I might be on the same type of time, man. Just taking time to be still, man. A lot of people out there ambitious and ripping and running, man, but just make sure you take some time to come up for air sometimes. And like you said, man, smell the roses while you can.
Hey, man, we on Techsgiving already set up, man. One of my guys back working technical, the Mr. CL, you know what I'm saying? This brother is the podcast genius. He behind the camera. And guess what he said? Man, I'm looking for you, bro. I'm looking for Techsgiving. I'm trying to get in tech.
Yes, sir.
So anytime we can create an opportunity, man, for our community, man. That's all this is about, man. This is a community platform, man. We are just galvanizing, man, our community, our networks, man. And we just trying to empower, and give our flowers. Unveil Dandrico, man. We checking out.
All right, man.